There are states of meditation that we refer to in Sanskrit as Samadhi. There are many depths and some differences in the various ways that Samadhi can be experienced, but usually it's something like a oceanic feel, often blissful, a kind of concentration that is also very simple. The world, with all its complexity, somehow becomes simple, peaceful, perhaps joyous, but a very common expression of the experiences, bliss, incredibly blissful. And it's a very nice, very pleasant, very welcoming place to be. I often speak of the flowing wholeness of the whole world, and truly in Samadhi one can experience that flowing, that everything in the world is just flowing and we're just flowing along. It's flowing as us. It's wonderful. Because it's so wonderful, some folks might think that it's the point of Zazen, that we are to experience that and stay like that. Even when we're not meditating, all of life should become like that. Waking up in the morning, taking care of what we do during the day, until we go to bed at night, should somehow also be always blissful and simple and right and flowing. And so we practice meditation hoping to get better at summoning such states. So we're always able to be like that. But our Shikantaza practice is a little different from that. We don't emphasize such states as the only and right place to be. It's not like our Zazen is only good when we're like that. But this is also important. Neither do we run from that. Neither do we deny such states. There's a time for all. And I was thinking how I can describe this and what I could describe as a kind of bliss in life that we often experience. And it's maybe a little strange for a Buddhist priest to talk about this, but my mind kept turning to sex. But it can apply to many beautiful things, like ice cream. or going to the beach on a beautiful day, or just any time in life that is just right and blissful. Even riding roller coasters, ups and downs. You see, years ago, this is going to get a little personal. Sometimes I think we've all had this experience. Turning back to sex, we can get a little tense. But when we kind of open up and just yield to the experience and just let it happen, something beautiful happens. You didn't know you were going to come to a Zen group and get sex advice, but that's what you're getting today. But let me turn to eating ice cream or riding a roller coaster. When I used to ride the roller coaster, my muscles would tense up, and I really hated it. I almost couldn't breathe. And then I just relaxed and let it happen. And suddenly, going up and down on the roller coaster, I was somehow relaxed, and it was even fun. One time in India, I had to ride a camel, and I did the same thing. I tensed up, and the camel, if you've ever ridden a camel, it bounces back and forth. Really quite a jarring experience, but I just kind of found a Zen place, a kind of Samadhi, and I relaxed. And suddenly, me and the camel were one. Many times in life like this. So when Samadhi comes, we just relax into it and let it happen. And we welcome it. We don't run away. We neither run away nor cling to it. We let it happen. But here's the point. Whether it's something very blissful and pleasant like sex, or eating ice cream, or riding a roller coaster, or even riding a camel, we do not spend all our life there. If you are spending all your life making love or eating ice cream, you're actually missing out on many things. Neither do you turn away, but neither do you run towards those things. And that is our attitude in Shikantaza to Samadhi. We welcome it. We cherish it. It's a great thing. It's truly illuminating, and our heart opens up. And we encounter the world in ways that the complicated, friction-filled, angry heart does not find until it encounters that peace and simplicity, even bliss. But we do not stay there. We do not run away or run towards. We let it happen, and then we let the next thing happen. Because it's all good. Even those days when the legs ache, when it's a little hot, Zazen feels somewhat off. We Shikantaza folks call that good Zazen. You see, it's like the moon. We know it's there, even when it's hidden behind clouds. And we know the clouds and the moon are truly one, even when the moon cannot be seen. And at those times, when the moon peeks out from the clouds, or there's not a cloud in the sky, and the open, boundless sky is just round and light and full, like the full moon, we welcome that. We welcome that, but we don't only try to have full moon nights. We let the weather constantly change. We let life come and go. But now know that that clarity, that peace, that wholeness is there, well, even when we don't feel that way. Even when life is bumpy. We don't expect to feel blissful from morning till night. We don't need to feel totally whole and simple and peaceful when life is just being its messy self. But we know it's still the same wholeness, just, shall we say, in other guise, another face of that same face, that Buddha face, you see. So when you have those experiences of samadhi, please savor them like you savor that ice cream, like you savor making love or whatever it is that's pleasant and blissful in your life. But don't try to be there always and only. There's no need. It's always there. This samadhi is so boundless, so measureless, so everywhere, that it's a samadhi that exists when we feel it and even when we don't. Isn't that strange? It's like saying that we know that Paris is there with the Eiffel Tower, both when we see it and when we don't. It's everywhere, this samadhi. So let it be. But when you're in Paris, savor it. When there's a dish of ice cream, enjoy it. But don't eat just that. When you feel samadhi, let it happen. Go into it. Some schools of Buddhism in South Asia use objects of meditation to summon very, very deep experiences of samadhi, so deep that the world truly drops away. We don't tend to do that. We keep our eyes open because we know that samadhi and this world can be experienced as one. Your eyes are open, you're seeing all things, and yet in your heart, there's only this wholeness and bliss. We don't close our eyes in Zen. We keep them open. We do not run from this world. We do not run away. We do not run from samadhi. We do not run away because they are as one. And sometimes that bliss and simplicity and wholeness can happen even right amidst the noise and chaos of life. And this is our lesson. We do not have to run from the noise and chaos to experience that this wholeness can be right there. That's another reason we do not try to meditate away from this world. We meditate, we sit zazen right in and as this world, and we experience this wholeness. And we experience even the bad days when nothing goes right. It's all this samadhi in other guise. Okay? So right now, please open your hearts. Whether you're feeling blissful or not so blissful today, whether you're feeling whole or not so whole today, whether you're feeling this flowing or just bumpy today, whether you like the roller coaster or don't like the roller coaster today, let's let it happen. Let it happen. Let's sit.